Welcome to Dear Alice, a lifestyle approach to interior design.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Dear Alice. Thank you for joining us, Sue Hall, Corey Place.
Why, hello, Jessica Bennett. Hi, Corey.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for being here, guys. I think we celebrated a few weeks ago hitting 3 million downloads, which is such a freaking thrill. Thank you to all of you.
Should we say that again? 3 million?
3 million.
3 million downloads.
Yeah. All because of you guys listening to this podcast.
Us jokers just talking
about interior design. And thank you for all of the sweet comments. Oh my goodness. We've had so many kind comments come in. We so appreciate your reviews and when you leave a note, and it helps us get better and know what you guys are liking and also what you're not liking.
And it's so fun too to read the reviews and see like they're from the UK, they're from Australia, they're from
Ireland,
Canada, like
Bahrain.
all these Bahrain. You guys, we are reigning in Bahrain.
Yes.
Number one in Bahrain.
Yes, thank you for listening to us.
We love
amazing.
you. We're gonna go on tour, and that's the first place we're going.
Yeah.
Bahrain. Oh, for sure.
I love it.
Oh, I love it.
So, talk to us about what's going on in your lives, you guys.
Man, summer is killing me as far as sleep schedule goes. I have a 2-year-old, everyone. So
Yes.
that's just been a nightmare because she wants to stay up because the sun is up, and then she sleeps horrible. So she's waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I mean, I know everyone's so excited about like nice weather and all this stuff. And I'm like,
It's just the never-ending days.
Yeah,
the days
really
that
is.
never end.
I'll take sleep again for 200.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Other than that, life is good, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I feel like, speaking of kids in summer, I have 5 weeks left of Jane Bennett in my life. You guys, I'm going to be an empty nester in 5 weeks. My daughter goes to college.
With my children every other weekend.
There we
So
go.
excited for your sleep schedule.
You like waking up at 5?
I would love for a toddler to wake me up right now. I'm so sad that she's leaving for college. So my daughter's going to Utah State in the fall. Suzanne and I both went to Utah State.
Yep.
We've got an incredible design program. Jane Bennett
Go
thinks
Aggies.
that she wants to study marketing. So we're excited about that for her.
She is sassy and she
Yeah.
could sell you anything. So
Yes.
I dare say that is the right.
I feel like it's the
avenue
right
for her.
fit. Yeah. I'm excited for her to get
I don't know
up
if she'd
there.
have patience for a client. She'd be like, absolutely not. Your ideas are terrible.
Probably.
You need to go to timeout while I do this.
She should probably move
Get
to
out of
New
my-
York.
get out of
since
my
she's
way.
So direct. Yes. She should become a New Yorker, but it'll be really fun for her. We went and saw her apartment yesterday at Aggie Orientation, and just, she got to really like kind of see like a little snapshot of what her life's going to become.
Is she excited?
She is excited. Yeah. I feel like my mom was saying to me, we were down at her house this summer, and I was just like, man, Jane is just absolutely the worst version of herself right now. You know, like she's so hard. And she goes, Jess, you don't remember this, but all 6 of you kids were that way right before you moved out, because there's this great unknown ahead of you. And you're just kind of, you don't know what to expect. You're feeling insecure. You know what I mean? Like you just completed a massive chapter of living at home, and then you've got this massive wide open.
You're a freshman again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you're not going to be living at home. You don't know who your roommates are. You don't know what your routine's going to be. You don't know what it's like to be in college. And
What's
so
utilities?
I know,
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. You've got all these things you've got to be responsible for. You got to feed yourself. You got to do your own laundry, all these things. So I just think that, I don't know if this is y'all's experience that are listening, like what you experience with your kids before they go off to school. Hopefully they're just like extra tender and loving and cuddly, but mine has been prickly and opposite. So anyway, but I'm feeling all of the feelings of her moving out and starting this life on her own, and being like, you can't call her too often. Just like let her find her feet and, reach out, make sure she's doing okay. Send a loving text every now and again. But anyway, we're just standing on this big edge of this big life change. So anyway, crazy.
I'm glad you have Lady Bennett.
I know, my dog. She's the best. Yes. Yeah. How about you, Sue? What's up for you?
Emergency remodel is still in full force. We took a little pause because we thought we would be selling our property, but then, we ended up keeping it. So I'm really happy about it. But you had to get all the contractors like reined back in with their schedules and things. So I am reining.
Yes.
I'm reining the back end, not like in Bahrain, but reining the cats back in.
Yes.
To try and get
The
those
party started.
those chumps to tile my bathrooms, because plumbing's done in one of them, electrical's done in one of them. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling the pains that all of you guys that are doing remodels on homes that need love, I'm feeling the pain. And I'm ready for it to be done. For sure.
This gives us great empathy. I feel like when other clients are going through remodels, when we have to experience these things again for ourselves, we've experienced them in our lifetime, but then you forget for a while. It's like being pregnant, right?
You're just like,
and you forget, and you're like, we should have another baby. And then all of a sudden you're like, this is the worst. Why did you get me pregnant? So Susan's pregnant again with another remodel.
No, I should have a therapy session called Working Moms Living Through Remodels.
Oh gosh.
Living inside a remodel.
Listen.
Join me.
A second podcast. Yeah.
Oh gosh, we're good though. I pulled out the tiles and everything just to get me excited again the other day. So I'm excited. It's going to be beautiful.
It's like washing the baby clothes before the baby comes. It gets you excited.
You gotta amp yourself up.
I know.
And know why you're going through all this crappy reining in of
It's going to be fine.
subcontractors.
It's going to be fine, guys, right? It's gonna be
Yes. And both of you guys have all your children living under your roof. So that's going well too.
Oh, and they're really cute.
They are really
Actually,
cute.
are all sleeping really well right now, I will say.
Cheers to you.
I know. We're getting a full 8-9
You're lucky.
night.
You're lucky.
And it's fantastic.
You deserve that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been years.
It's been years.
It's been years since you've slept, I feel.
I know, guys. I'm a morning person and a night person. I hate missing out on something. So
Sue gets FOMO.
FOMO in the
She's a
worst
party.
way.
That's where Manolo gets it from.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I'm looking at myself. Not only is he blonde, he's me, 100% physical match, but he is me as far as his
Need to party all the time.
passion.
Yeah.
His passion.
It's the best word for it.
Oh, it's like a mirror. Oh, isn't it funny? You see all the flaws when you look at your children. You're like, you got that from me.
That is what you think, though. You're like, how did you get this way? And then you're like, that's right. You're me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but things are good. Things are good. Boys are well. Louis turned 1. He's so cute.
He's so cute.
He really is.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a chunky little baby.
He's 96 percentile.
That's insane.
Congrats.
You've heard it before, but
that is a well-fed,
still
well-bred,
still
beautiful
stable.
boy.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do
Awesome.
a podcast.
Let's do. You guys, today we have listener questions, which we learned is one of your favorite things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
We had
We did a giveaway and
That's it.
You guys had the best comments. I was going through it for the first time just the other day and screenshotting and sending them over to Jess. I'm like, look at this. The people love the listener questions.
You guys, we did a giveaway on our Instagram. So if you're not following us, follow us on @AliceLaneHome. And that is our store side. And we do giveaways on there with some of the product that we're designing, making. If you want to see the design side, pictures of all the things and the projects we're talking about, it's @AliceLaneInteriors. So make sure and follow those. If you're like, when did you do giveaway? I've heard every episode. It's on Instagram, not the podcast. Yeah. So yes, give us a follow on that.
And we gave away a cocktail table, the Luca.
Yes. No, not Luca. It was Dean, the brand new cocktail
Holy
table.
smokes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should enter, Cora.
And everybody talked about their favorite episodes on the giveaway. And it was like a love story. Suzanne and I were screenshotting and texting and back and forth to each other. We're like, this is she's in Ireland and she's listening to us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really a great night. It felt like a payday to hear all of your favorite episodes. But what people were saying was their favorite episodes are the listener questions. So today we're going to give it to you. Yes. So Corey, let's do this. Let's have you answer the question and then
You say the question.
I'll ask.
you
Yes.
ask the question.
Yeah.
We'll answer the question.
You guys ask. This is advice from me today.
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, perfect. The first one is for Suze. It says, Suze, what are your favorite resources to source original art? It's from Kelly Wobbler.
Kelly, we love you.
Yeah,
I
we
just
really
want you
do.
to know that. She is our number one question asker.
Yes.
So I just want to say, Kelly, keep them coming because you ask amazing questions. My favorite places for art, I love going to local shows because I like meeting artists. I like people. I like art with people. And I feel like when I meet the artists, I fall in love with their whole process all the more. So my number one tip to people is just to look for galleries around you, look for art shows around you, look for boutiques around you. Try and find the artist. Mm-hmm. If you fall in love with art, DM them, talk to them, find out the story because that's what makes art so fantastic is the story behind it. You relate to it with your own story because we all see something different when we look at a piece of art, but knowing the artist is just whose hands use that brush, I think it's really fantastic.
I also feel like if it's going to be in your home, then everybody that sees your art is going to say, what's the story of this? And then it will be your
100%.
job to retell the story from the artist. And I feel like we've had clients before that have said, if I'm going to do original art, I need to know the artist. And so can I meet them? How do I talk to them? Because I want to hear the story from their mouth, because I'm going to have to retell the story for the rest of my life, So I think that's great advice too.
Yeah. All the better, even when you're traveling. Look for galleries, look for shows, because that's an even better story. And usually it's indigenous to the place that you're traveling. It'll remind you of that place, and it'll remind you of the human that
I do think I feel like you should be very specific though, and give them a few of your favorite places.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Hold on. We might have to come back to this.
I feel like you love Beehive Bazaar. You've gotten some cute sketches there.
Time ago.
Not anymore. Sue disagrees. What about 214 Modern? You've gotten
214 Modern.
That's in High Point. So if any of you guys go to High Point, follow them on Instagram. Also, you could buy something virtually from them.
Yeah. And you'll find I don't know, for me, I found this one vendor and they had this one artist, and every time we go back, they're bringing out more stuff from this artist that's no longer alive, but they keep acquiring these pieces. I'm like, oh my gosh, another one of his, and it has color.
Yeah.
Usually he's sketching, and now it has color. That's fantastic. I need to have, you feel like you need to have it.
Yeah.
Just be collector of people, right?
Who's the guy that's blowing flames? What's that art? The little boy.
Oh, Fidelis Bueller. Yeah, I will start. Let's list some artists. Fidelis Bueller.
How do you spell Fidelis?
Fidalis. And Bueller is Buehler, I think. He's a Hawaiian artist, but he lives here in the States, and he's amazing. He's really, really great. Yeah. I have several Brian Krachiznik's ones, and he's great. Just again, a lot of people art, a lot of storytelling. Caitlin Connolly. I'm listing a lot of just Utah artists.
Caitlin's dope. Yeah.
That I have.
I love her stuff.
And there's always a narrative.
Caitlin is spelled with a C, and Connolly is with a C.
Caitlin. Yeah. And Connolly. And I'm trying to go through my house.
Frida. You're Frida Art.
Yeah,
that's Utah artist.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great. And she does a lot of really gloppy oil florals. I've taken classes from her. She's really, really great. And again, some of the other ones I've bought from estate sales. I've bought art at Euro Treasures up in Salt Lake. He liquidated this estate. Speaking, remember we did a estate liquidation podcast?
Yes.
You can follow some of those, and sometimes you'll get really great original art. And so it doesn't have to be expensive, guys. I think when people see original art, they assume it's expensive, and you can go to the extent of framing it to be really fantastic. But buying original art that's framed, I think, I don't know, it doesn't have to break the bank, but you get a lot of credit.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next one. The listener asked, would love to hear your thoughts on the best home items, or any items at all, to add to your wedding registry. And if there are any items you wouldn't add. That's from Aaron Sullivan.
Okay. This question I thought was interesting. We reviewed these, and I was like, this would be even an interesting podcast. What would you, if you were getting married tomorrow, Jess, what would you register for? Having lived as long as we have. And we kind of talked about when you register for your wedding, that's stuff that you're probably going to have for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's okay when you get to that point and, you're ready to get a new set of dishes, and you're ready to get a new set of whatever, I
know this sounds weird, you guys, but I maybe registered at a local store in town. It was before there were online registries, and I don't really even know that I got anything from there. People in the 90s when I got married would just bring stuff. So literally everything in my kitchen looked like a garage sale. Nothing went with anything else. No color scheme, no matching set of Pyrex, or I did get a salad spinner. Do you guys remember those?
Sure did.
Yeah,
I got one too.
Yeah. Which I've never used.
You don't spin salad?
I don't get the water out of it, I guess. I just kind of do it with paper towels. I don't think to get out the device, and then you're now I got to clean this thing and just
store the device.
It's big, right? Yeah. So I still feel when I open my cupboards and drawers, I'm really disappointed in myself. I just haven't invested in lots of matching bowl sets for baking, and do you know what I mean? It's not so much servingware. It's just all the riffraff that you're why on, and I probably don't even have the lid to this. It's just a total garage sale. And I started my married life like that. And it's still going
It's
that way.
amazing that you're still married.
It started me off on the wrong foot. I just want to say my confidence when I open my drawers is just a total nightmare to myself.
Well, that's why you have nice cabinetry, though.
know.
Well, I
It
have
lives in
over
there.
this.
What's
You know what I mean?
strange is that now that I'm sitting here talking about this publicly, why have I not fixed it? Why have I not picked up
You can't be perfect.
a
Jess,
Crate
you know?
and Barrel catalog and just got it dialed in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or wherever one goes. But
I feel
so
like-
we should talk about people that have been married more recently than me. Because
No, I feel like registry though has up leveled. Like
Yes,
1,000,000,000%. Because
100%.
back in the day, it
There
was
wasn't even
Target
Amazon.
and Bed Bath and Beyond.
there wasn't Target
You
when I was
know?
getting married. Yeah.
Oh, well,
I feel like that was new.
There was Bed Bath and Beyond, which had just a variety of good options.
Yes.
Not anyway.
Totally.
Are they around anymore?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Who? Bed
Bath and Beyond.
Yeah. There's one in
They actually just sold for $20 million.
Good
Oh,
for them.
crazy.
And I was like, that's actually
20 million?
Not
so
very much.
sad.
Yeah.
So sad because
200 or 20?
20.
Almost like Venmo for that much. Like,
I
what are we talking
know.
about?
Like isn't that so sad?
That's crazy.
I know. Google it. I was like, what happened to this brand that all that's left of it? This national massive with stores everywhere. That all it's worth today
That's
is 20 million. I don't know if their real estate holdings are gone. I don't know what happened, but anyway, Adam just barely, my husband is kind of the actually guy that's always reading all these facts and figures. And we actually sat and talked about it for a minute.
Oh,
yeah. And we were like, what? I feel like we were talking to Drew about it too. We're like, what happened to them that's what's left?
That is insane.
So
Not enough
sad.
people wanted salad spinners.
Yeah.
I guess not. Anyway, yeah.
Everyone else caught up with the wedding registry and
Yeah.
You have Amazon, but then you also have like Williams Sonoma. You have Crate and Barrel.
Oh,
like every like
that'd
great
be a
place
dream.
that's reputable.
Yes.
Right. That has beautiful inventory.
Yes. So what would we ask for today?
I would ask, I love kitchenwares. So I would ask for like beautiful plates and like just register for a suite of something, beautiful glasses.
Yes.
I would register for, I think, really lovely towels.
I was going to say the same
White
thing.
towels, I'd
White,
register.
fluffy towels,
and
an
I'd
extra
register
set
for
of
more
sheets.
than you think.
Yes.
Because then you can have some backstocked.
Also, I feel like it's so frustrating when, like in my house currently, my different bathrooms have different sets of white towels. I wish they were.
We're going to say colored towels. So I was like,
Oh, no.
we're calling the stops.
You're like,
We're coming
stop
over.
talking, Jessica. Just stop talking. No, they're all different white ones, but I've like bought them at different times. And so these ones are Tommy Hilfiger and these ones are, do you know what I mean? And I just wish that they were all the exact same white bands and then I could fold them and they could go wherever they need to go.
I will say, if you were looking for just like an expensive white, just like this, sorry, this is a detour, Erin.
this is going to be your project for when Jane moves out to keep your mind off that.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
revamp
you.
it, yeah.
You know what? I needed this podcast. Thank you.
Anyway, but you just like straight up Costco. Like if I ever just like need a refresh and I just want white towels, go to Costco and you can get like just some fluffy
That is
white
true.
towels.
That's what we have.
And that's like all we have right now.
Okay,
But at least it's nice and they all match. And I can
Okay.
pull them and I can put them where they go.
I'm going to Costco.
Okay, so everyone
I did
get
notice that the buy guide said her favorite towel is from Target, but if she wants to splurge for the primary suite, Cozy Earth has
I bet.
an amazing white bath towel.
And that wasn't even sponsored.
I
No,
love, I was about to say,
but
I love Cozy
I do
Earth.
feel like though the hand on their stuff is amazing. So I do want to get those.
attention.
If I were going to put white towels in the other bathrooms, maybe it's Target or Costco, and then I splurge for the primary.
Yeah, I love that. I would say robes. Like if you have a great robe, register for
robe.
robes for you and your spouse.
Good, I love that.
Hangers.
really nice.
So you just have all the same
Oh,
hanger.
uniform hangers. Honestly, it is those practical things like when you first get married because you don't have anything.
Well, you know what's nice about hangers too is like it's only $20 for a pack of velvet hangers for 50 or whatever. And so it's nice that it's a low enough cost that if somebody doesn't know you well, they could just spend $20, or if they're obsessed with you, they can buy you all the hangers in your registry.
Exactly.
Which would be like, hundreds of hangers.
Yeah.
So I
question.
think that's really nice.
I have
Yeah.
a question for you. When you go to a wedding, do you look at the registry?
I hand,
honest.
to be really honest, you guys, I hand all the wedding invitations to Adam. And then he'll be like, oh yeah, hey, how much do you want to, and then I'll say an amount. And then he goes on and
really
he takes
great.
care of it all.
I love that.
Yeah. So we just barely looked at it actually we have an employee and I was like, oh yeah, buy her all of her towels, which were light blue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jill,
So-
you're cute. She's
so
a
we thought-
colorful girl, though.
She's so cute.
And when you're first getting married, you're just like living your wildest dreams.
So anyway, so we just bought them all their towels, their hand towels and their bath
40
towels.
somethings,
Yeah.
Like what would we want
So
today?
Adam Bennett does it and he likes an administrative task and I don't like to sit and do that sort of stuff.
I would say don't you think like in your kitchen utensils, I would like register for just like all clad.
Yes.
All clad. So you don't get all the different, like, and like matching spatulas. And matching just like those things that like people gift you, all the stupid random things, and you end up with like chaos when you open your drawers.
That's my kitchen. That's my kitchen. You just described chaos. It's chaos. I also though have this thing where I'm like, I try to be so agreeable that I'm like, I don't want to do all clad because then people think I'm a snot. I should do like affordable stuff.
Shut your mouth.
I know. Well, that's what I'm just trying to tell Erin.
About performance.
Erin Sullivan, get what you really want and don't worry about it. People will figure out. They'll just put money on it.
No, but at least, man, she has fantastic taste. I'm going to support that.
Yeah. Oh, all clad. I'm going to check that out and get me one too. Right. So get what you really, really want, Erin. Don't be agreeable.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're getting wedding. You're getting wedding.
You're getting married. There we go.
Yeah.
You're getting married. Congratulations, Erin.
I know.
Okay.
The next one is, do you have a regular formula for throw pillows on a bed? Like sizes and patterns, is it better when they match or is it just better if they coordinate? That's from Susan Harris.
That's a really good question, Susan. Yes. I feel like Sue and I will agree on this. So you start, Sue, and I will ad lib.
When we make a bed, be it queen or king, we usually have your sleeping pillow. We'll lay it like as you would sleep on it. So it's laying flat and we'll do 2 sets stacked too high, right?
One set.
One set, yeah, but in
so
2
2
sets
pillows.
next to each other, right?
Yes. 2 pillows and 2 pillows for the 2 people that are sleeping there. If it's a twin, you just do 1 set of 2, right?
Yeah.
So you have those, and that kind of builds up this shelf. And so if it's a really minimal client and like the bedding's all just like very simple, we'll just do those and we'll do just like a long bolster. It'll be really easy. We did that in Dallas.
Yes. And I feel like you have the big long zebra lumbar, and do you have Euros?
I do have Euros.
Okay.
With it, just because I like Euros. So for if you are a little bit more maximalist or you want more, we love Euros. And so if you're a king, we usually have 3 Euros, and those are about 26 by 26. And I like all those to match.
Me too.
So I even like my pillow shams to match. So if like your linen sheet set comes with 2 king size linen pillows, I'll buy an extra set of that same linen pillow. So they're both draping the exact same on those sleeping pillows. And then you can use those. I think since pregnancy, I like to use 2 pillows.
Yeah.
I think most people do.
Maybe not. I in bed at night watching TV have 2 pillows, and then I throw 1 pillow on the floor and sleep on one. Do you sleep with 2?
Yeah.
How do you make those
I have one
fit?
here and I have one like right here.
Oh.
Like at an angle. Because I'm sleeping on my side. Because girl, I just had like 2 babies like in the last nothing, you know?
Yeah,
so,
totally.
Anyway, so
that's great. I love that.
However you sleep, it's still nice.
So you're 3 Euros, and in front of the Euro is the lumbar.
There's 1 lumbar.
So you're, no matter what, you're a lumbar.
I'm a lumbar.
Either add 3 Euros or don't add 3 euros.
Because I already have 3 squares. And so I
feel
like a long low.
Yeah, I feel like it's too many. It's often like 90% of the time it's too many pillows on the bed. And I'm going to admit something here right now that's not very good to say out loud, but
today's confessions of Jessica Bennett.
I know. I'm going to look like a real loser. I definitely shouldn't have a podcast, but I don't make my bed. I just don't. So, Adam Bennett,
you and me both.
Adam Bennett will make the bed. Sometimes, but I'm okay with it not being made because I'm just going to get right back into it. Because my favorite thing in the world is to get home, put on my robe, make dinner, whatever, but get in bed and just watch TV and read or do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the more we talk today, the more OCD I feel.
Yeah. Because you make your bed every day.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love making my bed, and I feel like I
can't get in it though. Like,
I love it.
It's it's a Seinfeld episode. Like tuck or no tuck, you know?
There's nothing I love more than like a made bed, and it just like, and you like, anyway, you slide your little dolphin legs in there and like,
I just like it. I just like it open.
Dude, you're a frat house. My gosh.
I know.
But here's what happens. Adam makes the bed and then he'll sit on top of the bed. If I come in the room and he's like watching something and I'm like,
I would never do that.
You can't get in there
on a made bed. You're inside the bed.
It feels like gatekeeping. Like you can't get in the bed because we've made the bed.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's better if you just kind of keep it fast and loose. You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree.
I feel like the bed's made half the time at my house, but I also feel like the bedding is all so beautiful.
It's true. It always looks good.
Rumpled and undone. It's just romantic and lovely still. It's like a poem, you know? I love how it looks even undone.
And if you're going to have someone over, then
I'm excited for the day.
Like,
hey.
When that is going to be like that. Cause right now, just like if it's left undone, it's just like kids have been there.
But also
chaos.
I feel like though your life is chaos. And so you have to control what you can.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you make your bed? Like my kids just, all day they're just running and jumping on the bed and
I lock
you know
my
what I mean?
bedroom.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, with my nail.
Oh man, our dog's been sleeping. We have a great Dane.
I
He's been
lock
sleeping in
my
our
bedroom
all
with my nail. She needs to control what she can.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I would, if I was you, I would do the exact same thing. I would tidy everything up the best I can so that when my kids are asleep and I go in there, it's a sense of accomplishment because my room is perfect.
It's fine. I don't have to, When
Totally.
it's not made, it makes me super, then I have to kind of make it a little bit before I get in it.
Oh man. Yeah.
Make it before you get in it. Oh, if it's not
just
made.
straighten it. Cause then,
Yeah.
Anyway. That's
Interesting. Sorry. Back to pillows on the bed. I feel the same as Suzanne. I like 2 pillows horizontally laid, one on top of the other. Both, by the way, this is going to kill everybody. Suzanne and I both sleep in queen beds with our husbands.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Are we doing €3, king or queen? Doesn't matter.
We like €3, even if it's a queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to know something else that's going to break everybody? I love king pillows. So on my queen, because it goes from side to side, and it's like a perfect even stack.
Yes.
Is 2 kings on either side. Because
Yeah.
the standard,
Yeah.
am I tripping
Yeah.
you up?
No, that makes sense.
And I like the length of them, and I like the shelf.
Yeah.
It's like really clean. Even if my Euros aren't on, that's a
And
really
it's so
clean shelf,
generous.
and then I can still have my zebra up
Yeah.
there. You know,
I agree. I love that. I have to sleep with 2 standard or queen size pillows because Lady Bennett sleeps in the area between the 2 pillows.
gotta lock that with the nails.
So that's Lady's little
So you
tiny
add
area.
in lady or
Yes.
queen bed.
And Lady
Still blows
sleeps
my
in
mind.
between our pillows, her body, and then her head is either on my pillow or Adam's pillow.
You should never, ever go to a king because if you ever are traveling and you're in a queen after you're in it, you're like, what the hell is this? It's like so tight. I
Well,
don't know
no,
how
of course,
you do
on
it.
vacation, it's always a king bed, right?
Yeah. I mean, but
Yeah.
like on a day-to-day basis in a king,
Yeah.
you can't go back to a queen. It feels like a twin at that point. It's the
know.
most
I'm sure.
crazy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Give
I
me
do
my
like
space.
a king. I do like a king when we sleep in them.
But we have talked about it. I love my mattress so much. And we can't find this company that we bought the mattress from. It's called Queensdown.
Oh man.
And Century sold them for a while. And they're amazing. They
don't sell them anymore?
They're very expensive.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get home after I've been on vacation. We were in Dallas for a week. I'm like, I just want my mattress, you know? And so we're like,
A mattress was like cardboard box.
it's so bad.
Terrible.
Anyway, I love my mattress so much, but we've thought about getting a king, you know, and changing things up.
Do you own
Because
a furniture store?
on occasion, like we'll get a new bed that we've designed and I'm like, we should just get the king and we'll get a king mattress. I can't find the mattress. And so it keeps me loyal to my queen.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I know. Anyway.
You'll probably never find a mattress you like better than, especially day one. Day one mattresses are
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Susan Harris, you had no idea the question you unleashed when you asked us this question. But I was just going to say, on a queen or a king, I love €3. And then,
a queen.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you have €2?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe
and then
it.
king.
I like
pillows?
€3.
But they're like grilled. Like,
Well, here's
they're
the thing.
nice,
Yeah.
full
I
body.
have Libico Euros, which are actually 25 inch.
Okay.
They're like,
Okay. Then yeah, for sure.
I have 3. Yeah.
I have the Amity ones that are like at least a 26, like with a flange. And
Yeah.
so 3 would like overwhelm.
Yeah. And I don't like to karate chop
seeing
the pillow anymore. It makes these aggressive bunny ears and then the bed doesn't look restful. And
It's like climbing
and
into
the-
jaws. The teeth are
totally.
sticking up.
Yes. And the karate chop is done for. So I'm glad we're talking about this. Please don't karate chop your pillows and make the aggressive bunny ear. You really want to give this a more relaxed appeal that makes you feel like you could just go lay down on it and you don't have all these aggressive triangles coming up.
Yeah.
So you want to just really relax those pillows. I do love the lumbar. I love one deck pillow in front of the Euro. It has to be really special though.
Yeah.
And it probably shouldn't match. It should be something that's unique.
Yeah.
And it can be white, maybe tying your sheets. I have kind of an oatmeal color coverlet and white sheets. So I have a white deck pillow that has some rabbit fur on it and, you know, some really beautiful long ties that we got in Belgium. And it's very, very pretty. So it's a good place for it. But for the most part, it's like an undone bed and Euros are in the mix to keep me propped up when I watch TV and all the materials are just really, really pretty. So
I love it. That was a fun conversation.
That was. Thanks, Susan Harris.
Susan. Well, I guess that's it for today. I guess that's us.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Sorry, keep going, Corey.
The next one is also from Kelly Wobbler. Thank you, Kelly. She asked for an old home with a closed up fireplace in a kid's bedroom. Any brilliant suggestions?
Good question.
Pausing.
Yeah.
We're pausing. Okay, so you have a closed up fireplace. This is one I'd like probably want a picture
Yeah.
of. I think that this one's a little bit harder to address.
Are you guys
I would
envisioning
say-
like it's a like you have the entrance to the fireplace or the mantle or whatever?
I'm picturing
it is,
it
and
being
then that's closed
bricked
up?
up.
Boarded up.
I'm picturing like a bricked fireplace with like kind of a chimney that goes up too.
I kind of in my mind, I'm
Maybe.
treating it like a radiator in my
Okay, let's do that.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
And and again, like, let's paint everything in a tonal of something. And so whatever I'm doing on my walls, depending on what the material is on your fireplace, if you are brick, I'd probably take it, just like paint it the color of the wall and just have it feel like a relief and throw a painting up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I don't know. Have my kid graffiti over the board. I don't know. Like, this is a harder one.
Yeah.
I probably would just like, if you're a white room, I'd probably paint it light. If you're a green room, I'd probably paint it green and just kind of help it to just feel more like a relief, like of the wall and architecture versus like,
monolithic.
yeah.
Instead of trying to make it
pulling
a fireplace.
yeah. Versus trying to like make it stand out and being like, well, that's a big fat liar in the middle of the room, you know?
Yeah.
So I think just trying to make it feel sculptural.
Yeah.
If you're keeping
Architectural feature. Yeah, I agree. I like that.
The next question is from Caroline B. She asks, what are your favorite fabrics to use on indoor sofas that can withstand pets? I was thinking an outdoor fabric. Kelly Wersler mentioned doing this on some podcast I heard, but I didn't know if y'all had any good recommendations for fabric brands, what to look for, and so on. Would love some insight on this, as I love my light colored couches and dogs, but I hate a dirty looking couch.
Yeah, this is a really good question. I feel like even if you do outdoor fabric, it's still going to be dirty. It'll be scrubbable, but it will still be dirty. I think one thing you're going to want to avoid is a pile like a velvet, because then you've created dog hair Velcro, and then the dog hair can just stay on it and it's really hard to get it to let go. So I would go with a woven fabric.
Yeah.
You can find so many kid-proof, pet-proof fabrics, from outdoor fabrics to fabrics that have been submerged in Krypton. They're called kid-proof, or what are all the brands? Krypton, obviously Sunbrella.
Inside Out, there's Sunbrella. There's a lot. There's so many different ones, and every brand I feel like has their own brand of performance fabric.
They do, yeah.
And so wherever you're shopping for your sofa will likely have some type of performance fabric. But yeah, I totally agree. You stay woven, and you're probably going to want to do something kind of salt and peppered. You know, when I say that, I mean something with variation.
Or ecru, or something that will kind of disguise some of that. And you're just going to want to regularly vacuum. And by vacuum, I mean suction, not beater brush.
Yeah.
So just regularly vacuum that, because it's still going to take maintenance if you have a pet that sheds. Yeah. And if you regularly are vacuuming it, then you're going to stay on top of it. Mm-hmm. If it gets to the point where it's soiled, then even if it's indoor, outdoor, you still got to sit and scrub it. Yeah. I will say I had a natural linen sofa for like a decade. And we just would unzip our cushions, wash them on cold, and then just line dry them and pull them back on. And I honestly liked that process better than the inside out, all these scrubbable fabrics, because I don't know, I like living with a natural fiber, and you don't have the chemicals. I think Sunbrella is like in the middle of some sort of lawsuit or something right now because of chemicals. Something like that. And if you have an animal, you also don't want chemicals for that. So you'll want to read up on it, but I would go with something that's honestly like washable and wash it regularly.
It was like a cotton, but it was kind of the same as you're talking about the linen. It was just like a chubbier weave, and it was just like really solid, washed up great. Now I'm living with like this polyester one from my Prague.
Yeah.
And it's kind of that diagonal, a little bit salt and pepper.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
But I do the same thing. I take those things off, and I have kids and they're spilling bottles, and that thing like washes up like a charm.
Yeah.
So
cleaning code W. There's standard cleaning codes for fabrics. W, throw them in the wash.
It's washable.
Yeah. So you can,
I think you want to avoid spot clean. Yeah. Do not dry. Yeah. Wash only.
And then kind of stretch them over the cushion while
barely damp.
Yeah. Barely damp.
Yep.
So, we do that like twice a year. It's actually time for it currently. So,
and what's yours? What's your fabric?
Ours is just like a thin pile, like velvet from Mitchell Gold. And I mean, we throw them in the wash. It's like brand new sofa.
So fun.
It's really gratifying. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that helps, Caroline.
Yes. The next question, asks, my husband and I are planning to renovate our 1915 Dutch colonial.
Cute.
Yeah, right. It's a small, charming house that we are quickly outgrowing with 3 kids. We're hoping to renovate the kitchen and add a living room, mudroom, and primary on the first floor. The house currently has the original wood floors with 2-inch strips of an orangish stain throughout. We're not planning to touch the stairs, which has a newish runner, or the upstairs during the renovation. Do I refinish the floors on the first floor, but keep the orange upstairs, or should I focus on keeping the entire home feeling cohesive? Any tips to downplay the orangish hues?
If you're not going to, I would say just because I would want them to wear the same. You know, if you're only renovating the downstairs now, you're going to do, and just interrupt me if you feel differently, and you're going to do maybe the upstairs and the stairs later, I think I would wait to do them all at the same time and just try and like downplay it with my floor coverings, with my rugs and things. Because if you refinish that old floor now and you try and like who knows what happens once you stain, if it's from 1915, is it a pine? Is it, you know, like who knows what that is? And if you refinish that now to something, how will that?
Yeah.
Where, and then like having, like once you're going to sand floor, just like sand it all at the same time.
Yeah. I agree.
And you don't want them to feel so disconnected that that just like hurts your eyes every time. And I would rather live with like that warm tone coming off and this just trying to like make up for it with like neutral colored rugs.
Yeah.
And, you know, my wall color and things like that.
Ideally, I mean, it would be ideal to do it all before you move in, because once you move in, you have to move everything somewhere. So you might have to put the furniture outside while you do the main floor, and then the downstairs. So maybe like I'll live upstairs while we do that. So it's harder. It compounds the problem. For sure. But I agree, doing it all at the same time, so the wear and the finish is the same. Also, you get in a different mood when you wait a few years to do something, because you're like, I'm in a mood to do something different, you know, and then the upstairs is a different thing anyway. Even though it's not orange, it's going to be
like Frankenstein of a patchwork, you know?
Yeah.
Be careful with that.
Totally. I agree. I agree with your assessment.
Lucky though. I'm so excited for your Dutch colonial.
Oh, me too. Fun. It was so pretty. And I love the matchstick, the 2-inch. The matchstick floors. Good. It's so good. Yeah. My brother, Jake, he's a developer and builder, and he's about to put 2-inch matchstick into a project. Cute. And actually, I don't know if you guys know the brand Doen, Shop Doen. It's a clothing brand for women. Cute. It's really cute. Their showrooms, their stores, I should say, are all 2-inch matchstick, and it's so cute. So cute.
Has her 2-inch matchsticks from her 1911.
Oh, it's good.
Really cute.
Yeah. I'm excited for you, Colleen. So pretty.
The next question is, can you talk about a time when you had to upcycle or incorporate a client's old items into a new design? Maybe when you curated some family tchotchkes or collected art that you normally wouldn't have chosen. And that's from Drew. Just out. Yes.
Yeah.
Tchotchkes.
I feel like we do this on almost every project.
Yeah. And
right.
You know, and actually I love the projects, I think most when they do have stuff that they're bringing in from a past life.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we'll put our filter on it and say, okay, this is good. I think we should display this here. I think when we did Rachel Parcell's living room, when Drew pulled out all those things for just like, he's had
you mean out her of office? Is it her
library?
Her library. Yes. Oh, sorry. You said living room.
So sorry. Yeah. The living room. Anyway, from his travels, and I remember where he lived he served a mission, and but I like tell you what, styling
and cool stuff,
just the neatest stuff. And that like gave that room so much a massive
depth
pulse.
And life and stories, and which you would want in a library. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So
I love that. We're working with a client right now, and she's lived a very full life. I think Jess and I both have a crush on her, and she's collected. She has like beautiful, like old school Baker furniture, old school McGuire furniture, old, you know, just like things she's collected along the way. And so it's quite an honor to like take that kind of pedigree, that catalog that we've created of her existing stuff, and find where it will live again. And like, it'll remind her. And it's so nice because we're showing her new stuff. And she's like, my gosh, has furniture gone up in price? I'm like, good thing you have such cool stuff that we can use, and then just kind of like breathe new life into it with your art and with, and she has an awesome art collection. Like we've tried to select art for her, but like having her own art in the house is so much more interesting,
Definitely.
honestly, than anything I could select for her.
Yes.
So I love it
agree.
when people do come to us with a collection.
Have you ever had something that if it was your choice, you wouldn't put it in, but they like insist on it? And then what do you do? Like, do you just like find a cool way to display
I
it?
was just going to say, yeah, we have one client that in their primary suite, she's collected yadros, which is this really beautiful, what do you call it?
It's just like a porcelain, like a ceramic,
porcelain
painted ceramic.
Yes.
And they're
and
really
it's usually
pretty.
a woman, and they're meaningful and they have great stories, but she just has them all displayed on a brass shelf with glass. So it's beautiful, but it's just a really delicate situation because you can't really, there's not like books or other content. And so, yeah, it's just a very breakable shelf of figurines, which I do feel like growing up, there were times when figurines were in fashion. I remember collecting Precious Moments dolls as a girl, or being gifted them and feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so special. Should I keep it in the box? Right. And so yadros kind of live there for me, but I know each one of them is like the birth of a daughter, or this is a gift from these occasions. And they kind of mark different milestones of her life, and they're meaningful to her. And a sense of home should always be really meaningful. And she keeps hers in her primary suite. So I think she gets to see those coming and going every day and be reminded of them. And we would never take that away from a client, these really meaningful things that they
weren't cheap.
Oh my gosh.
By any means.
No,
like it's definitely a collector's.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, is it something that like we're selecting and putting in? No, that's something that they're, and you don't break them up and put them on separate end tables, like you keep them in one thing. So
yeah, I
have to
agree.
be very specific. I would almost like prefer them in a built-in.
Yes.
So it feels like a little bit more tucked away, integrated, so it's not totally floating and feels less vulnerable.
Yeah, it does feel vulnerable. I agree. Yeah. That's a good point.
The last question for today, and it's from Kelly Wobbler. Again, thank you.
Girl.
Right? She asked, how do you know when to use small art? So how and when?
I'd say in a small space is when you use small art. It's really good. Or even like in a 4-poster bed, you can put a small piece above the headboard because it's like framed already within, it's like a frame within a frame, just like the 4 posters, like a room within a room. So I think it's kind of like rushing nesting dolls a little bit. And you can put a little tiny piece of art there, but small spaces, like I would say a floating shelf in a kitchen or on a range hood or in a small, like you can tuck it in obviously with a gallery, in a powder bath in a small area above the toilet. We always want like a little tiny something right there.
Yeah, I feel like in like most bedrooms, there's usually like a wall where you have 2 doors, like a door into a bathroom or a closet and a door entering in. And there's always like this miniature wall there that's only like 24 to 36 inches wide between your casings. And that's a good place to like stack smaller art. I think if you're really good at curating and you're good at that kind of, we talked about Spanish colonial architecture and just like this massive, like these plaster walls. If you're good at the game of styling and you have a really like, a really special piece, and you frame it really dope and you want to just like give complete focus to that, I think that's also, I think if you know how to do it, you can have the one little piece and purposely have white space around it. So yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does.
But I think it takes a certain kind of architecture and it takes a certain kind of collector to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Otherwise you're looking for small scaled places to put your small scaled arts.
Yeah, totally agree. You guys, thank you so much for sending in these questions. Feel free to keep sending them in to Dear Alice at alicelanehome.com. And we will answer your questions here. I'm so glad that you guys are loving these things. Also, we wanted to let you know that we have a Dear Alice live event coming. And by live, we don't mean Instagram live. No. We mean we're going to have an event.
In the flesh.
In person.
In person. Yes. Wait. Tell them what to expect, Sue.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be so fun. There's all these topics that we want to show you how to do it, how to style. It's really, we do our very best with our words to talk to you about styling and space planning and, just entertaining a night. We just wanted to bring you in and we want to have a night with whoever wants to be there, honestly, with just friends, it feels like, and show you some of these things. We're going to be talking about the art of space planning. We're going to be talking about styling. We're going to be talking kind of the overall arching umbrella of this is the art of gathering. We're going to have it in October. I believe it's October 6th.
Yes.
And anyway, it's going to be a live event here at our store in Draper. And it's going to be a really magical night. We've never done this before. And we have a lot of goodies for you in a swag bag and some of our favorite things. I think that's kind of like, it's like our version of Oprah's favorite things.
Definitely.
That we're trying to compile.
Yes, I think it's going to sell out fast. So stay tuned for more information. Follow us on Instagram if you aren't already. We're going to be kind of letting the cat out of the bag on all of this. So follow us on Alice Lane Home and Alice Lane Interiors. We're going to have, we'll tell you when the tickets go on sale so you guys can pluck them up. We're only going to do about 60 seats. So we can't wait to meet you. I feel like is one of the number one
masterclass, guys.
Yes.
That's what this is.
Yes. We can't wait to have you there.
Grab your fella friends, whoever's interested, and come hang out with us. We'd love to meet you.
Definitely. So
there's going to be like Q&A afterwards too.
Q&A.
So
Yep.
yeah.
We can answer live questions and Sue can sketch and show you, or we can show you in the store what we mean. But I think visually you're going to really connect with the information that we're giving because we're going to be able to show you with our hands and our bodies and our faces and everything else.
You could only see our hands during the recording of this podcast. Like,
yes,
get ready.
Definitely. So good. And for those of you that have a project that you need help on, we have a really great team for home furnishings design. And they are a team of designers that work for $0 at Alice Lane Home. And they can put together the space planning in your room, help you with furnishings from all of our Rolodex of offerings. And they are on standby. Again, it's a free service. It's amazing. Everybody's loving it so far. And if you want to get your spaces ready in time for holidays and whatnot, make sure and check out the home furnishings design on our website and fill out that form and we can get started on that for you. So I think that's everything that we wanted to make sure and tell you today.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. You guys have a great day. Thank you again for listening and we'll catch you next time. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like our show, please leave a 5-star rating.